Well, hello, darling. National Weather Service, it's 3/13/2016. Enhanced risk for thunderstorms over lower Mississippi Valley this afternoon and evening. And this big yellow blob is tornado watch. We have a lot of severe weather over here, too, and then some interesting stuff over here. But I want to show you something that I think is interesting. I'm going to go to the satellite off of here. And I'm going to go to the visible loop. Now, when I push 24 hours, it'll get dark, and then you'll see this strange light down here on the bottom, and then you'll see the light starting to come in from the east. Okay, so here we go. So that's last night. Light. Did you see that? And then the light comes in from the normal daylight. Here we do it again. Right there. Did you see it? Okay. This is the water vapor, which looks totally bizarre. And you can't see that on this. Or I can't anyway. See how that's coming in there, so bizarre looking. We've got this curl, some intensities going on up here. Also, this looks bizarre, but okay, I'm going to go over to College of DuPage. Now this is the visible satellite. This is the page, College of DuPage. I'm going to do it one at a time. This is starting yesterday, last night. Okay, it's gotten dark, and we're just going to flip one picture at a time. Look at this circles in there. Can you see that? I can zoom into it. Maybe you can see it better. See that? Okay, so let's unzoom that. Now, I don't know how well this shows up on your computer, but there are these lines also that you can see. We're going to go another one. And I've got this, I brightened this. And here you can pick several things that you'd want. Okay, we're going to go another one. You can see it looks like a knot in a tree right there still. Still showing up. 11/15, March 12th. Another one. And see all these other lines appear, and that circular thing is gone from there now. These little there are these lines. And I know it looks grainy, but it is different kinds of energy. See these patterns here? Okay, so next one. Next one. You can see this line here. Next one. Okay, let's go into the day. March 13th. And see, there seems to be some sort of light source here. Because it's actually dark for what these people are seeing here and here. Another one. There's some more lines. More, and then we have like, it looks like a fingerprint pattern over here. And another one here. Okay, next one. See that? I know this all seems crazy. Look at this here. There's more energy pattern here. I'm going to unzoom it. And then see these lines here. And it's starting to get light now over here. Okay, now let's speed it up a little, which makes it a lot harder to see. Oops, we'll just make it go. And I've got it on bright, so. Okay, this is the 12th, the evening. See this over here? All right. And then, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Starting to get dark now. And then we'll see different energy shifts. More waves of something. Okay, I can do it in a different color somewhat. Let's try it like that. It's kind of boring, I'm sorry. It's fascinating to me, like wondering what it is and where it's coming from. Uh, you, oh, shoot. Okay, it's reloading. Okay, okay, we'll watch one little thing of it where you can see the date. You can see the different lines. It looks like, like radio waves or something, but it's definitely something in between the satellite and the Earth because satellite's doing this imagery. Okay, so we're going to stop this. Okay, now if I back it up a little bit further, you can see the pulses of energy along here. This is color to the page still, but you'll see it. And it might not be showing up on your computer. This line that shows up right here is just where they're matching the different images together. That I don't believe really means anything, but of course, what do I know? Okay, so we're going to not look at that for a minute now. We're going to look at something. This is in telecast, one of my favorite things to look at, and look at that. It looks like possible tornado in California. Intriguing, don't you think? It's intriguing. Let's look at what the radar uh, and clouds look like together. The blue is hail, the green is strong cell, and this is wind. So, possible damaging wind. So, what's happening out there in poor California? Along with the flooding that's going on down here. Okay, let's back out a little. These are weird squares that are just, I believe, where they're piecing things together, but of course I could be completely wrong also. Alright, so let's take it off of that for a second. And let's just look at the clouds. Now, if you're curious about the radar and how it affects things, go over to Dutch Sense's website, either on Facebook or on YouTube. They've got, some interesting things going on over here. What I find interesting also is that the radar, if we want to just look at the radar, we can see the radar in Australia, we can see the radar in Europe, which doesn't seem to match the clouds if we do them both together, see? That kind of doesn't match what's going on a lot. It seems more, if you look at it, to be creating the weather instead of just monitoring the weather. And it also is monitoring us, because that's what radar is meant to do. It monitors what's in the area. Cars, planes, people. So anyway, this is taking longer than I expected because I get carried away. Let's just look and see where the recent earthquakes are. We had some kind of intense ones up here. 6.3, 6.4. And they're continuing from the same area, it looks like, over the last 24 hours. That's a hot spot for earthquakes. The red is the last 6 hours, then it goes to yellow and then orange, and then gray. 5.2 in Chile. This one here, 5.2, 5.2s. And they're both in Morocco. Yeah. And 5.3 in Indonesia today. That's strange looking. Okay. Okay, so this RSOE site I like. It's got little symbols here that you can click on that tell you, excuse me, different things that are going on. You get up here under description. Mysterious blood infection is spreading in Wisconsin and officials don't know how or why. March 5th. And this is the name of the bacteria, Elizabethkingia. Now, from everything that I've read, they believe that this is kept in the gut of the mosquito, which is interesting because of this global health emergency, um, which is talking about the Zika virus, which is from the mosquito. So let's go back to this. I would say look this up. Okay, better yet, I'll look it up. Wisconsin Public Radio, crash course in Elizabethkingia. Okay, now this says who's getting infected. Most of the time we hear about Elizabethkingia, sporadic cases, hospital, healthcare facility, often in the setting of a patient who's very vulnerable and frail. Just how dangerous is it? I think a lot depends on the underlying illness. So here they're trying to say that it's not any big deal. However, on here, we will go down. It's a non-fermentive, gram-negative bacillus that is ubiquitously found in hospital environments and such, and has been associated with various nosocomial, which means nosocomial is something you get when you're in the hospital, infections, and blah, 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 which you can read about yourself. I've got the link below. It was previously known as Creuserobacterium meningiosepticemium. Okay, widely distributed in nature. Something has happened to it, though. Here they talk about a man having it. But further down here, they talk about it is unusually resistant to many antibiotics commonly used to treat infections caused by gram-negative bacteria. It is generally resistant to aminoglycosides. This, I don't know how that's pronounced. And they're talking about how down here farther back, vancomycin is used to treat it. And here we've got particularly in cases of infantile meningitis. But what they're talking about is that a lot of this is in the tubing of the stuff at the hospital. This is a really interesting article, and then you can research it some more if you feel like you're interested at all. Now this is a research paper that I found from the CDC website, and I've got the link for this below. Evidence for Elizabeth King Anopheles transmission from mother to infant from Hong Kong. Recently discovered from the mosquito gut is an emerging bacterium associated with neonatal meningitis and nosocomial outbreaks. We use rapid genome sequencing to investigate 3 cases, and you can go down and read all this. Over here on this side, it says it's a recently discovered bacterium isolated from the midgut of this mosquito in 2011, and it was in Central Africa and Singapore. We'll talk to you later. Sounds like military to me.